And we are now recording.
Woo!
Hello, recording.
Hello.
I got banana.
What am I hanging on to?
Are we hanging on? Did someone say hang on?
I thought you did.
I thought you said hang on.
I got a banana.
Oh. We're not watching that movie again. We gotta watch the prequel.
We need to see the prequel duology.
But, in a statement, we gotta remember, D-Watt's a re-kid, so he's gonna be loud every once in a while.
That's why I give him, you know, extra helmet time. So.
But, you know,
sorry.
if we get Little Roger and Fish Roger, then that's just more re.
Oh no.
Too much free for this in particular recording. So I would like, for the first time in literal months, I would like a Destiny roll.
Woo!
Wow. It's been so long.
Well, we're gonna see if some fate gets changed today.
Oh no.
Ooh, too light side.
Finally it comes out there.
What'd you get?
Dark side.
Just one?
One light.
Yeah, one.
One light. One light for Shane as well.
Nice.
One dark.
One dark.
This is pretty much what we started with. That's amazing.
It is!
Corner.
No, we gained the light side. Let's go!
It is as the force dictates.
All hell is going to break loose on this particular session.
Oh no.
Last time we played, we had left off on a little bit of a cliffhanger. We are going to drop in on the first people that we left off on. B1T and Bortuna, hiding in the air vents as a stormtrooper starts looking up. There's a clatter down the hall from where Pizza's chambers are, and the stormtrooper stops looking up and looks back down towards that entrance hall. There's a little bit of a commotion, and then you see the entire squad of stormtroopers run past. You are now alone with your thoughts in the vent in Bortuna.
Where do you think they're going?
I just look back at him in motion to stay quiet.
Okay.
Couple minutes
And-
pass. Nothing passes by. There's no more sounds in the hall down the way. It's just you two hiding in the vent, not moving.
Let's try to get to the hangar.
Okay.
Do you guys use the
Does-
vents or do you use the halls?
Well, one question. Does this particular vent connect to the hangar?
Probably not directly. I mean, there's a lot of vents. It might take a while. I mean, if we look at the map of the Nar Shaddaa here, you know, the little white dot is where Pizza's chambers are. You're in a vent like right here, and the hangar's somewhere over here.
Fair enough.
Well, you want? We'll put it over here. But the point is, beep, you're gonna have to go over, down, through. So we'll see you next week.
Are we on the same level as the hangar, or are we a
Oh,
floor
God,
up
no.
or down?
You're above.
Uh,
I would
is there?
I would say maybe 3 decks. The deck you're on, and then 3 below you, and that connects down to the level where the hangar would be.
Does this vent connect to a series of vents that go downward?
I will say yes, but you don't know how steeply downwards.
I mean, it's worth a shot. All I know is that we need to go down 3 decks. vent. After that, it's a wild goose chase.
Bortuna, you are technically in the lead in this vent. He says proceed through the vents.
I comply.
You go forward through the vents. And eventually you will find a drop. It is a straight shaft drop. It falls a while. Quite some while. A long while. Would you like to proceed?
How long is a long while?
Well, considering this is an air vent system, I would probably say it at least goes down to the next deck. But, I mean, if it's like a literal straight shaft, probably a good few 100 meters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so no little rough and tumble down that then. Okay. We're stuck. Now what? Can't hover down. I don't have any more juice.
How do you feel about killing some I somewhat kneel imps?
Yeah, okay.
Alright, where's the nearest exit in the vents? Unless it's back by pizza.
You back up a little ways, you have a little cross intersection, you go down, you can find another vent. I would say it's down towards the turbo lift area where you came up to this level. Give me a perception check.
Alright.
Let's say 3 difficulty.
Just B1T?
No, you can give me 1 as well, if you'd so choose.
You said perception?
Aye.
Captain.
Perception.
That is one
Aw.
threat.
You even have a little frowny face going on.
He does.
I don't even know what I rolled. I think that's one
Just
failure.
one plain failure.
Yeah.
The corridor looks clear to you both.
Well, coast is clear.
Yeah. You do know we're gonna have to take that turbo lift down like 3 levels. They're most likely gonna see us. This is gonna be fun.
That will be fine. I mean, what's the worst that could possibly happen?
You die?
Impossible.
Are you guys gonna, pop out of the vent into the corridor at this point?
Oh, what the hey? I pop out of the vent into the corridor.
Yeah.
There's nobody around. It sounds deathly silent.
Well, I motion for B1T to come down if he's not already.
I come down with probably a metallic thud.
A bit of a thud, yeah. Again, it's not like a ringing echo, like there's nothing in the halls, but there's no sound of movement once you do come down. It's just feels like this particular area is empty.
Well,
Let's get to the hangar and hide.
Okay.
Could you both give me a stealth check at 3 difficulty, please?
Yeah,
Metal
that's a
Gear.
skill.
Is it not a skill?
Yeah, it's a skill.
No, it's not just because I don't know if I've ever used it.
We used it last session.
That's the funny.
I was so confused.
You did say 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. If not, it's 3 now.
Excellent.
Oh!
3 success. Oh no, Bortuna!
Yeah.
Bortuna, no!
I clomp down the halls.
Fortuna walks
Got
down
3
the hallway
advantage though.
with the confidence of 1,000 men.
You got 3 advantage though.
It's the confidence of a man who knows he can turn Super Saiyan.
You two climb into the turbo lift and go down the hall and start making your way towards the hangar as confidently, as quietly as you think you are, as you go clomp, 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 clomp. The echoes slowly fading down each of the empty shafts. Shan, Chabba, Blumbles.
Yes.
Yes.
As you had gotten off onto the deck from your harrowing elevator episode, you'd heard the echoes of boot falls down the hall. And you guys started making your way down one of the corridors. You are 2 decks below where you had expected to get off in order to get to the hangar. What is your plan? Where are you going? What are you doing?
Think there's another turbo lift around here somewhere? Maybe a set of stairs?
If there is, they're probably going to be watching it. Stairs, though, that's probably the best bet. I don't know how the hell we're going to sneak around, but we'll just have to try. Do you think we can access a map somewhere on this level?
I mean, do I still have the map of the ship memorized? I'm not as good as B1T, I know that.
I wouldn't say you had the ship memorized. I would say that you had memorized your route to pizza.
We can look. There's got to be a console around here somewhere. But it would have to be an actual console and not just like a button pad or some shit.
Yeah.
Hey, doll. Take the data breaker. If we get into a scratch or some shit while we're hacking, you probably would do a better job. And I'd probably do a better job shooting. No offense.
Is my mic not picking me up?
There it is.
Now.
There it is now.
Okay. Alright, I do that.
Well, might as well get moving, I guess.
Are you
Let's
going
try.
through the hall looking for a terminal? Are you looking through possible rooms? How are you searching for this?
Well, we heard footfalls coming from the hall, right?
Yes, but you're in a hall area. I mean, it's still main access for things.
Well, first things first, probably go away from the sound. Right?
Yeah, opposite direction of that.
Yeah, we go away from the sound of the running footsteps.
Probably hunker down in a room, and Blumbles will probably say to search rooms for terminals rather than trying to stay in the hallways.
Yeah.
You duck into one of these side rooms on this particular deck, and you're finding not barracks, but rooms for groups. You know, if a barracks is supposed to hold like 20 to 50 soldiers in it, you know, this is a room basically meant for 6. You know, there's small partition dividers and everything, but it's a group bunking. You know, it's kind of like a cabin.
Like a squad room.
Not a squad room. This might be like a deck officers area, you know, where 6 of them kind of bunk down in the same area, like almost communal wise, but it's got like individual sleeping areas.
Yeah.
Hey, Chabba.
Yeah.
Do you think they have local comms up?
You mean like comm links between each other as we're moving around?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Think maybe you can get into the frequencies?
I might.
Might be a good idea to try and jack in. We'll hunker down here for a little bit while you try.
I mean, honestly, Shen might be a better fit for that.
Yeah.
Much as she may not show it off, her skill with computers is actually better than me.
All right.
I'm just the guy that does most of the hacking.
Shane, you think you can do that?
I'll do my best.
All right, just make sure they can't pick us up.
Okay.
As you go through this little cabin area, you would encounter at least a terminal in here. They might have individual terminals depending on how important, each of the bunk people are. But I'd say that you do find one in here that is functional.
All right. I don't know if there are light switches in Star Wars, but probably want to keep the lights low or down, or off rather, while we're in here. All right, let's get in that terminal there.
It's not like, in real life where there's a crack underneath the door either.
Yeah.
I'd probably just have my gun trained on the door just in case anyone came in.
You might be able to get half cover, but it would be adding a black die to whatever you might possibly shoot at.
I'm not trying to be in cover. I'm trying to shoot anyone that comes in the door.
Heard. Well, I'm just letting you know that you could find cover, so it makes it harder to hit you, but it would make it harder to fire
hit them
at
too.
them.
Ah, okay.
No. Alright, Shane, get on that terminal.
Yeah.
If you could give me a computer check, please. Let's make it 3 difficulty.
Okay.
Your computer's is 2 green and 3 yellow.
And I'm going to upgrade one of them. So
You also have 2 blue die because you have the data breaker now.
It's a lot of dice.
she'll be okay. It's not like she has to actually grab them.
Well, heck yeah. That is
closer than it looked.
Yeah.
2 success, 2 advantage, and a triumph.
With the use of the data breaker in the terminal, you are able to get into what they have set up for in-house communications. And the ship itself has the short-range communications, you know, for like comlinks and everything like that, but it cannot communicate via like ship-to-ship or anything like that. Any communications from the interior of the ship to anything outside of it is through a hard connection point from where the hangar connects to the tunnel off to this city. So you're able to pick up the local chatter, you know, air quote local chatter, you know, through this terminal of what's on the ship itself, but not anything past it.
Not ready.
What would you like the Triumph to do?
I'm not really good at sniping these out. I'm not as crazy as the others when it comes for stuff.
You find a vibro knife under the table.
Oh my god.
It's not a vibro knife, it's a vibro utility knife. It looks like a worker had left it there by accident. How many ever years ago it was since it got, you know, installed.
A vibro leatherman.
What? It's just...
Yeah, exactly.
So a multi-tool with a knife.
Oh, I know what a leatherman is. It's just the point of a vibro multi-tool.
Got tweezers on it.
Alright, so what are these goons rambling about?
What?
We hacked into the system. What are they talking about? You know, the people whose system we hacked into?
Those people.
I know.
No, do I?
I know. I'm just letting you guys chatter at the half moment because I'm trying to get the words out. You guys are filling the airways while I'm trying to think.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, it's fine. It's just that moment of, okay, word, talk, what, word, what, word. They are talking about the fact that there's been a general call to evacuate the ship at this point in time, which is really, really bad, all things considered. Whoever they are that's putting out the message call is only putting the message out to Imperial forces. Like, unless you're on like the specific Imperial channels, the message is not getting passed along.
That's interesting. Basically evacuation, but it's more towards the Imperials than the actual people who works for Pizza Man.
Maybe us killing Pizza maybe caused a schism in between their forces. I'd imagine so, considering, he was kind of the deal maker.
Yeah, without the head of the snake just rides around. All right.
What if they're going to start killing each other?
That'd certainly make our jobs easier.
Oh, yeah, it would.
I wonder if we can try and see if we damage the ship in any way with that. If not, then Bumble scratches his head, looks to the ceiling. Wait a minute. I know it may be a stretch, but do you think they may have had explosives on here?
Well, probably. They had to excavate this here cavern somehow, but I'd be honest with you, I don't think there'd be enough to blow up the whole ship. It's a big
Honestly,
ship.
I don't think we need to blow the whole thing. I think it'd be nice if we could just blow up the fucking generator.
The reactor?
The reactor, yeah.
Well, we blow the
Engine
reactor, how are we
reactor.
going to get out of here?
Well, that's the fun part. If they had timed explosives, it'd make it much easier, but,
I don't know. Honestly, if we had remote explosives, probably our best option.
Yeah.
Timed explosives, we could definitely run into a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Should we try reaching out to Arden? Hell, did Arden even live through the turbo lift dropping?
I saw him fall, but I didn't see how far he fell. And he went with us, so he had to have fallen a lot farther than us.
All right.
I'd imagine if he's... Sorry? If he's okay, well, he's probably in a situation like us right now.
Probably. We'll give it about 10 minutes and try to ring him up. We still have our secure channel, right?
I don't know how secure it is, but we do have a channel.
All right.
Shan,
Yes?
with your triumph, you're getting almost like a warning dialogue in the corner of the console, because getting into communication levels require you to get into some certain root levels access, and there's a little warning dialogue box that has popped up that's kind of flashing isn't the right term, but blinking incessantly, I guess, would be a better one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what's that?
There was a warning pop up.
What does it say?
Yeah.
I presume on the actions that you pull it open, considering.
Yeah.
You pull up the little dialogue, and it's a note that the reactors are going critical.
Oh! Well, we didn't even have to do that ourselves.
All right. I think we need to get the hell out of here then.
Yeah, we might ought to radio the rest of the groups. I doubt they have any information about this.
All right. I'll ring Arden. You ring Bortuna and B1T.
All right. You first. I want to know what Arden's doing.
Flip on my comm. Arden, can you read me? Are you all right?
As you make that message off to Arden, you start feeling a little rumble through the ship once more. B1T Bortuna, as you guys are disembarking from the turbo lift and starting to make your way down the hall as stealthily as you think you are. You can also feel this rumble coming through the decking on the ship. Arden.
Yes.
As you are carrying this crate of Duniamore, you're hearing small alert blips coming from your, I guess, service satchel. I don't know what you want to call it. Your item bag. Whatever the situation is. But besides the little alert blips, you're also hearing your comm go off as well. I don't know if they use code or if they just send a Morse code tap 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 or not. But how are you getting his attention, Blumbles?
Just Wookie sounds. Yeah. The Wookiee
God,
ringtone.
not the time. I'm gonna try to I don't know. How close am I to everyone else? I'm just gonna try to sneak away so that way I am hidden.
Roll me a stealth check at 3 difficulty.
Arden.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm not entirely good at this.
You're better than most
That's
people.
all I needed, baby.
Woo!
2 success, 2 advantage.
You slip away from the few people that are around you as you're transporting into a small little alcove off to the side. Looks like an unfinished room at this point in time. It might be what might be in the future a restroom area, but right now it's just basically an empty box space. No door, but empty. Actually, no.
Alright.
With those advantages, there's a door installed. It closes just fine.
Alright, cool. Yes. What is it? This is not really good time.
Oh, the Force, you're all right, Arden.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are too.
I got some good and bad news. The reactor's going critical. We need to get the hell out of here.
Was
That's
that the
both
good
good and
news or the
bad news.
bad?
That was both.
No, he's got a point.
Then what's the other news?
That was it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I don't know if I'm anywhere near a turbo lift. I'm in with a bunch of the gang members. They're transporting Dunium by the looks of it.
You're with Pizza's gang right now?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Apparently, we jacked into the comms. Apparently, they're only sending out emergency evac orders to Imperials. Pizza's gang's being left out to dry. If you want, you can maybe tell them and stir up some fucking pandemonium. I don't know. It's up to you. But you need to get the hell out of there right now.
All right.
We'll try to meet back at the hangar, but it's probably being flooded.
Probably. Okay. Did you say there was another beeping
Yes, there was.
from my bag?
Yes.
That's. Could I deduce that it's one of the Imperial comm links that I have?
The only Imperial comlink you have. The other ones that, drop down the shaft. We checked on that last time.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if you would notice if any of them would have remained.
At this point, you do know that there is a beeping from your bag. You can,
Okay.
I would say you can deduce that that's one of the comlinks, at least. So apparently you still have one of, at least, the comlinks.
Alright. Okay. Okay, so I'll pull out the other comm link and can I listen in on it?
Absolutely, but first I want you to give me an education warfare check.
Alright.
1 difficulty. Make it easy on you.
I thought I upgraded this, but apparently not. Woo! 2 success, 1 advantage.
As you pull the comlink out, this is the first time you've had a solid look at it because you weren't thinking about it. This is an official Imperial comlink.
Ooh.
Not the knockoff that Pizza had. This is like a 100%. You can pull this off of any Star Destroyer or Imperial base.
Oh, okay. So those were actual Imperials.
As you activate
Alright.
the comm link, it's a short, coded message that gets sent along the lines. It's, give me one more warfare check, this time 2 difficulty with a black die.
Alright.
You haven't been in the actual Empire for a while.
Yeah.
So. Is this an older code that still checks out, or?
Apparently.
It takes you like 3 listenings to actually get it. That's what those threats are going to represent. It takes you hearing the message like 3 times. It's like no. What it's saying is that Imperial crew are being evacuated, and due to a problem with the ship itself, do not alert Pizza's crew or anyone else, because otherwise it will cause a large problem with evacuating the Imperial personnel. And then it just puts on repeat.
Alright, I'll switch it off.
100% off, heard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They are evacuating Imperials. I imagine I'm still on with Blumbles.
Yeah, you can be, absolutely. Or you can just re-raise them. I mean, it doesn't really matter one way or the other. But you are feeling the ship rumble once more.
Yeah, they are evacuating Imperials. They're purposely not telling the gang, so that way they can evac safer, I guess. I guess it would be trouble evacuating everyone.
Sounds like
hard
the kind
to
of trouble
imagine
we
it
need.
with the hangar being one. Well, how would we get out?
Well, if they're in a big-ass firefight, maybe we could slip by. Less Imperials for us to deal with, because I highly doubt they're going to let us get out of here. Yeah, you do you. Just stay safe.
Okay.
Hangs up.
Alright. Okay. How to do this.
V1T, Bortuna.
Oh no!
Wandering through the halls, you're starting to see an influx. Not an influx, but a large increase in the volume of personnel you're encountering. You're seeing like the ground... Sorry, I had to cough. You're seeing the ground crew from various areas, wandering through. You're seeing a few stormtroopers go past you. If I could get a quick perception check from both of you at 3 difficulty.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. I was looking for it.
Fuck! The wash.
Oh no.
That is 1 fail, 1 advantage.
Your advantage on the perception is that despite everybody seeing you, Bortuna, nobody seems to be paying you much attention.
The normal.
I got nothing.
You got an absolute 100% wash. Yeah, you pick up nothing on this. But you're seeing stormtroopers, you're seeing ground crew. They're all making their way in the same direction that you guys are, more or less. They're making their way towards the hangar. One guy looks over at the battle droid and, that's not something you see every day. Turns back and just keeps walking. At about this time, you're starting to feel the second set of rumblings through the ship. And
are you passing gas or something wrong?
Are you saying that out loud to B1T quietly?
Yeah. I'm saying that out loud to B1T.
I just look at him, and if a droid could be confused, I'm confused. So, like...
Shan, what are you doing at this point in time?
trying to stay calm and not freak out.
No, Shan's having a panic attack.
A Shannick attack.
Hey,
Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry.
Shannick the Hedgehog? That was worse.
Actually, that makes me think of Twilighting from My Little Pony when she freaks out.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Shan.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Shan. Do you think you could maybe, since we're tapped in, do you think you could maybe send a message to all of Pizza's gang? Maybe tell them to get the hell out because the reactor's about to blow?
I can try. I don't know how well that will work, though.
Hey, shouldn't we be looking for a map too?
Yeah, we should be looking for a map.
In fact, shouldn't that be the priority at the moment?
Yeah, really. Alright, see if you can find a map, Shan.
Okay. I can try that, at least.
I mean, what are the odds that all the bootsteps we're hearing are not them looking for us, but them getting the fuck out of here anyway?
That's probably what it is.
I'm gonna call B1T and Bortuna real quick. Make sure they know what's happening. Cheese man, this is Inquisitor. You there?
Inquisitor, this is Cheese Man. Over.
All right, we got some bad news or good news. It really depends on how you're feeling today. This ship's gonna blow up.
Like what kind of blow up?
I imagine this is all out loud.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The guy walking next to Bortuna doesn't stop, but he like looks at Bortuna real quick, looks at the comm in his hand, looks at Bortuna again.
I'm on the phone with my brother-in-law.
I like to think I'm walking next to Bortuna, and would I be able to like listen in on the comms, considering I'm looking at him like talk on the comm link, just like.
Yes, you're absolutely able to pick up everything that's being said.
This is like,
but unfortunately, nobody understands Jawa. You know, as far as you're aware around you, so.
The reactors are going critical. They're gonna blow, so they're gonna take the ship with them more than likely. All the Imperials are being evacuated, but they're not telling. Wait, I don't know about that. Do I know about that?
Yeah, you probably heard Blumbles say it.
Shan basically stated it.
Okay. Yeah, all the Imperials are being evacuated, but they haven't told any of Pizza's men, so.
Well, I'll be. Yeah. I guess I'll meet you in the hangar or something.
All right, just be careful. If we ain't there in like I don't know, 30, 45 minutes, probably should just leave because we might not make it. I don't know how long we got.
Wait. But if we do just leave and you're not there, where should we meet you at?
You remember that diner that we went to a long time ago with what's his name?
I look confusedly at B1T. Yeah, absolutely.
Meet there.
He's lying.
Don't just out me like that.
Is that B1T?
Yeah.
I tap in on the comm link and just say he's lying.
Oh, well, regardless, just, I guess go back. I would say go back to the ship, but I don't even know what a ship is.
Well, we'll figure something out. We're resourceful. I know all sorts of stuff.
In character, you guys would know where the ship was, just as a heads up.
Oh, okay.
If it's still there.
I don't know where the ship is, because I've lost my past 2 weeks of memory.
That's a B1T problem, unfortunately.
That's a B1T problem.
I guess just meet us back at the ship. Okay. I would say it's a diner because I would really like to get like a milkshake out of this, but you know, we can get a milkshake later.
Ooh, milkshake sounds nice right now. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll head to the hangar. We'll wait around for a little while. If we don't see you, we'll boot, scoot, and boogie, and we can go get milkshakes and play Parcheesi. This is Cheese Man over and out.
Over.
How many people are giving us odd looks as we're walking through the hallway on the comm link?
There's about 5 Imperials just kind of staring at you two.
B1T, I feel like it's destiny that we go to the hangar. I don't know why. Something just... I got a feeling.
Do they look like they're about to kill us, or just stare at us for like a long period of time?
They're just kind of staring at you. They're walking, not with you, but just going the same directional type of thing. They heard the entire conversation, so... At least the one-sided side of the conversation.
Well, I guess our social engineering test is gonna have to be postponed as we go to the hangar. Ha ha ha! I nudge B1T and wink at him.
Arden,
Let's just go.
Yes.
what are you doing in, the depths of the ship?
I don't know. I'm kind of just like, what? The ship's gonna blow up. Is this how I'm gonna die?
They might be, depending on...
I don't even know where... Okay. Okay, I don't know how to... How can I tell them about the ship? Did I see any Imperials down there, or was it just all Pizza's gang?
Most of it was Pizza's gang. When you first got down here and you were trying to blend in, you had noticed a couple of stormtroopers, but they glanced over you and moved on with their day.
Okay.
You're down here blending in at that point.
Alright. I guess I'll emerge back out of the room.
Mostly empty hall. There's, people transporting stuff from one direction to another. But it's not like a huge mass of people like it was back towards the turbo well area.
Alright. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what to do here. So where I came from is just where the turbo lifts were, weren't they?
Correct.
Okay, so I'd have to go back. Dang it. Okay. I'm gonna go up to one of the nearest group and just ask them, hey, what's all that rumbling about?
I don't know. After they turbo laser fired, we turbo laser? What? No, that's not a turbo laser. That was bigger than a turbo laser. It was that one big thing. Greg's team was working on it. Yeah, weren't they the ones that got vaped? Yeah, those were the ones that got vaped. Yeah, vaporized. Anyway, after that went off, I presume it's just the ship settling. I mean, God knows what that did.
Well, shouldn't we be worried about some giant turbo laser going off?
Oh,
Wouldn't that cause damage to the ship and, I don't know, maybe blow it up?
Well, it shouldn't. I mean, it didn't, go backwards and rip through the ship. Guy down on deck 48, he owes me money because, he thought that was going to happen. Yeah, stupid bastard. Yeah. Why? You know something we don't?
I don't know. I thought I saw some of the Imperials acting strange over there.
Yeah, the fucking Imperials.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen them around recently. Maybe they know something that we don't.
Could you give me a coercion check at 2 difficulty, please?
All right. Even Stevens, except for the blue die.
Woo!
Arden is not good at these things, but
Hey!
he is when he needs to be. One success, one advantage.
The guys you're talking to, that is rather weird. Pulls out a comic. I won't make you roll for it. You're noticing that this is one of the knockoff Imperial comlinks. The ones that look close but not quite right. The shade on the plastic is almost right white, but it's got this green tint to it almost. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
He busts it out and makes a quick call. Hey. Yeah. 48. Have you guys seen any Imperials? Any of the troopers or anything like? Yeah. Looking around, I'm not seeing any of them over around here either. Let me call you back. Spins a little dial on it. Hey. Yeah. 17. Yeah. Hey, are you seeing any Imperials around? Stormtroopers, crew, any of them? No. Yo, something's up. Yeah. Yeah, see if you can find... Yeah, put out an all call. Find out where the fuck they're going. So, where were you when Pizza died?
Where was I? Oh God, where was I? You know, this ship's so huge, I don't even know.
Blumbles, Chabba, Jam. What are you three doing?
I guess I'm gonna look through the computer, see if I can find the map of this place of how to get the fuck out of here.
You go through, the files with your accessibility. You pull up, schematics, diagrams. There's unfortunately not a "you are here" kind of a thing. You'd basically have to backtrack your own signal to find out exactly where you are on the ship. But you can do some rough estimations of where you're at. You can find another turbo lift, bank, a little bit further down that will take you up to where you need to get back to the level where the hangar is. If you so choose to go that direction. But
okay.
Give me a computer check at 4 difficulty, please. And you will not get the blue dice from the hacking device.
That's 2 green and 4 difficult.
That's 5 difficulty. There you go. Don't make it harder on yourself.
Oh. Nice.
You are better at computers than Chabba.
Told you.
Nice.
Where do you think he learned from?
Exactly.
That's fair. As you were tracking down this and that, you were seeing information about the power draws on the system. And you are noticing that there are 2 reactors that are running at about 125% output right now. And the 2 reactors that were waiting to come online are actually running at about 80% and climbing now.
Oh.
Wow, what's the problem?
He just lets you see what she's
Oh,
saying.
fuck. How the hell did we end up turning those on?
How the hell? Wait a minute. Do you
What?
think they're just trying to blow it up themselves?
Well, if they are, well, not our problem.
Alright, they're doing our job for us then.
Yeah, really.
Should we try to send out that message, cause a little more pandemonium?
I don't know, really. If we should probably wait till we're about to get out first.
Alright.
Because if we do it now, we may not be able to get out.
Yeah. Alright, guys, pack up. Let's get the hell out of here.
You guys get your things and everything, and you, I presume, poke your head back out into the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
It's more or less, exactly as I described to poor B1T and Bortuna on other decks. It's more or less entirely empty out there. It is very quiet.
Alright, coast is clear. Let's go.
You guys start making your way down towards the next bank of turbo lifts, I presume.
Yeah.
As you start approaching the little intersection that has the turbo lifts that take you to some other levels, there's another rumble, coming from below the ship, in the ship again. And this one, the quaking is more pronounced, and it lasts for probably a good 10 seconds this time around. Just this quaking, more or less.
Oh, man.
She's getting angry.
Very angry.
I'm going to need perception checks from everybody. Arden?
Mm-hmm.
Your perception check is going to be at 5 difficulty.
Oh.
Blumbles, Chabba, and Shan, yours is going to be at 4 difficulty. B1T and Bortuna, yours is going to be at 2 difficulty.
Oh. Being closest to the danger pays off.
Don't blurt it out. I'm going to go around the table, but I just need everybody to roll. Let me know when
One of my die fell over. It was 1 disadvantage.
It's where it lies at this point in time. Don't worry about trying to fix it. Just
I mean, when I picked it up, it like fell over on something else.
just let it be. Or have we all rolled at this point?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm going to start with Arden because he is... Holy crap, Arden. You fall over. The rumbling has literally knocked you on your ass.
I was about to say, like, I purposely fall over, but this works out.
Shan does not notice. Chabba did not notice. Blumbles.
Mechanical triumph and advantage.
Did not notice, but you'll notice something else.
Yay.
Did we all fail?
B1T failed.
Should somebody re-roll?
Yeah, we all yeah, I got one.
No. No. Arden succeeded. No, he did fail. Ah.
No, I
see the
failed.
one
I failed.
I see the one fail.
Yeah, I failed.
I see the one
I failed.
Someone
No,
re-roll?
Alright.
This is fine. This is absolutely fine.
Okay.
He said to a room on fire.
You had to mention that, didn't you? What does Bortuna's and Blumbles' mechanical triumph do on this perception check? What do you guys see that could be advantages to your situation? Whatever your situation might particularly be.
Have B1? I'm assuming B1T and I have not had enough time to make it down to the hangar yet.
No, you're still making your way there. It should be a few another 20 minutes straight walk. This is not a small ship.
What if? Don't some of these ships sometimes have like little like Segway type things that people can use to maneuver to and through the hallways instead of just walking everywhere?
I'll get back to you in a moment, Bortuna. I'll get back to you in a moment. Bumbles, what does yours do?
Honestly, he read my mind. I was going to say, like, when we come up the lift, we might see a hover skiff.
Yeah, hover skiff, not a Segway.
I like Segway better.
Bortuna, it has been written. It has been done. You will deal with your own problem in a minute. Blumbles, you find, much like you had found at the Imperial secret base, you have one of those hover dollies. You have found one sitting by the turbo lift ship. It's got the handle, it's got the flat that you can load cargo onto, and that's that.
I'll be damned.
Cool.
You take it?
Yes.
What are you doing with it?
GTA. Alright,
Are you just putting Shan and Chabba on it and then pushing them around? Are you turning it around and using it like a scooter where you're just like kicking off the side to push forward? I mean, what are you doing with it?
Yeah, Tony Hawk. Let's do that.
Okay. Turbo shaft goes up, and Blumbles says, "I got a great idea. Everybody, get on."
Yes.
BUNT. As you're walking down the hall, you turn and you don't see Bortuna. You turn around to the side, and the group of Imperials has just kept walking. They haven't stopped. And you can see Bortuna over in the corner area of an intersection of some of these walkways. And you can see him crouched down on the ground. And you can faintly hear the screaming of your robot brethren. What do you do?
I walk over to where my robot brethren may be.
You have found Bortuna strapping mouse droids to his feet to use as roller skates.
Yes. Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
Stop
man.
squeaking! Alright. I think this'll... I raise myself to my feet shakily. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. No, this is gonna be the stuff. And I start going off in different directions, and I start doing the splits. Oh, God.
Do you want a Bortuna?
Uh-huh.
You can give me either a coercion check or an intimidation check. I think it's the same thing. I think it's just coercion at this point in time.
Yeah, I believe it's just coercion. I will give you all of the coercion checks.
Against 2 difficulty, please. And I'll give
One
you a
for
blue
each
die
droid.
because you're tall.
Is he trying to scare the fucking mouse droids into submission?
Oh.
Yeah, he was
Sad.
trying, and they make him do a split.
I was gonna say
They're
coordination check.
They're very unruly. They're not cooperating with you, Bortuna, at all. B1T, you can see poor Bortuna struggling with his newly acquired mouse droids.
I walk over to him as he's probably in the middle of doing the splits, and I just this was a stupid idea.
It could have worked!
It could have, but it didn't. And I sort of just release my brethren.
Aww.
One of them goes, scooting down the hall. The other one is just kind of bumping into your foot continuously. Stops. Takes a couple seconds and then bumps into again. Beeping the whole time of, "I follow you anywhere. You've saved me from servitude from this tall fleet."
No. I've gained a follower. It's called respect.
Are you gonna ride it?
No, as I pick it up and carry it with me.
Aw. This is literally the opposite of what I wanted to happen.
I see B1T sitting in a swivel chair, turning around, and he's just petting a mouse droid.
Here you go.
Oh my god.
You two continue down the hall at this point in time. Arden, you were in the deepest part of the ship at this point in time, and
Yep.
the other guys are helping you up from the floor because the last rumble had sent you sprawling almost.
Oh god, guys, I don't know about you, but I think we're gonna die. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, that rumbling doesn't seem very good. So, yeah, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to the turbo lifts, and we're gonna go up, and we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, well, let's get out there. Let's get the crap out of here.
You guys, as a group, there's now about 6 of you. You go back to the turbo lifts from where you actually fell in. There's 3 shafts, and the center one has this big red X and out of service. Warning label on its call button. They eventually go to the other one of the other sides, call its unit down. Right now, it's just the 6 of you. These guys didn't even tell any of the others. Are you going to do anything, Or are you just going to let that ride?
I'm just gonna let her ride.
All right. The guys you're with, one of them hits a button on the turbo lift and it starts going down. And it goes down by about 12 levels. 12 decks. Boom, 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 boom. And it stops. And they step off the lift and they start heading off to the right.
I'm just gonna stick with them, I guess.
Hang on.
Only we had the Benny Hill theme going on.
Hey, let's take 5 real quick. Take a short break.
Okay.
I literally don't know what to do. I went down. This is the opposite direction I wanted to go. I don't want to ask, like, where are we going?
Well, no. Maybe they know of a different exit.
That's what I'm thinking. Alright, I'll be right back. I want to get something to drink.
Alright. Just on a hover skiff.
Just don't worry, guys. It's like, guys, I got this amazing idea. Blumbles, what are you doing? Don't worry. Get on. I got this. Get on. I got this.
You guys are on a hover skiff. We're currently just like, yes. We are so out of place in the hangar. we may be like 2 of 5 of Pizza's men in the hangar, maybe. Because, like, coincidentally, there may be like 3 people in here that aren't us.
I really wish Bortuna had gotten the skates to work, because that was amazing.
Gosh, could you imagine?
Been great.
I now have a mouse droid. So it somehow worked out in the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it kind of, when you think about it in that regard, it kind of worked out.
Now we have a Roomba for our ship.
We have a Roomba. If I live. Because it said it follows me to the ends of the earth. And it's also afraid of the cheese man.
Who's not? Let's be real. Anybody in their right mind usually is.
Meanwhile, I'm over here just like, it's called respect, Bortuna, as I pick up the mouse droid and walk off doing the evil, the evil scientist pet, just, yes.
RESPEEK, respect.
That's not how it's spelled. That's not how any of it is spelled.
Yeah, they even made a song about it.
Yeah, it went RESPEEK.
Respect, that's what you do with your skill tree.
Yeah.
What? I just heard that's what you do with your skill tree. What I miss?
No, that was it.
Yeah, that's just it. Oh, okay.
All the context we need.
I'm just imagining on what would have happened if all of us went to the bridge and we left Bortuna by himself. Like, that's an alternate timeline that happened.
Bortuna would have whipped everyone into a frenzy and rode a mob out. That would have been amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Or he would have been shot dead in Pizza's room.
Nah.
I'd say it's a 50-50.
Yeah, it's a 50-50, really.
Nah, you see, Bortuna. Bortuna doesn't get shot, he gets blown up. There's a difference.
That's true.
He gets shot with blast shots.
They can only hit him with blast.
Oh,
they have to activate blast to hit him.
That's 8 power.
That's your kryptonite explosions.
It is one of the powers of all time.
one of the.
So
Well,
who are
if
we
it was his
missing?
weakness, wouldn't he be dead?
Who are we still missing?
Don't think anybody. Is everybody here?
I think we all good. Shannon, are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say Shan
Alright.
here, because like she may be the only one, but no matter.
All I had to do was get a nutty bar.
Nice.
Oh,
Sorry for
wish I had one.
taking a small break. Well,
It's okay.
I know you
are.
It's fine.
as Arden sticks with this group of 5 random pizza thugs, they eventually come out and bring you to, it looks like the edge of a very large, very, very large open hole at the bottom of the ship. There's small utility vehicles with what looks like digging equipment all around them. And they start climbing into one of them.
I join them if I can. If there's space, I join them.
They have room for you. They take off and start, hovering over a bit of a void, like a literal pit, underneath this Super Star Destroyer. And they eventually head off towards the right. And considering it's a digging vessel, you can see the arrangement of. They're not actual drill bits, but they are in a drill style setup. But it's like short range, high power, high focus lasers that basically just destroy and churn out the rock as it goes through. And you start cruising along the bottom of the Super Star Destroyer, and the area underneath it is fairly large. But you can see that there is still structure where there is still giant walls of rock that go right up to the very bottom of the ship that you can see where the plating meets it. And I'm not going to make you roll anything. I'm just going to give you descriptions at this point. It's basically just the resting moors that they just built the ship on. And this is how it's just sitting above a fairly large chasm below. Now, if you'd like to give me an education check, or Underworld's a little bit too much on the nose, so we're just going to go with an education or lore.
Education or lore? What difficulty?
We'll go with 3. This just does seem a
Alright.
little hard.
If only it was Underworld, I would have had a yellow, but
Hey.
it doesn't matter.
Hey,
Woo!
nice. You can deduce from the way this is set up that the area underneath the Star Destroyer that has been hollowed out, that you got these large rock walls that are holding the ship up, it's spaced away from the actual vessel. From what you can see, it's designed that when it's ready, the rocks will start coming down off the top of the ship. Loose earth and pack and everything like that. And it'll funnel into this area underneath the Super Star Destroyer that's going to eventually allow it to be uncovered. That'll allow it to leave.
Okay.
And as you guys are flying along the edge of the ship, you start seeing the earth. The dirt above the ship starts falling and sliding off. And starts coming down into this chasm. Chabba. Blumbles. Sham.
Mm-hmm.
The turbo lift arrives 2 decks above you. You have the little dolly with you. As you step off into this hall area, what do you do? Where do you go? How do you approach?
Blumbles just start scootering.
I like to imagine the hover dolly just goes. You know, like how they do in the Jetsons, like the Jetsons cars.
That's what I was thinking.
I can't make the noise.
This is just literally a dolly that has a hovering mechanism on it. You're supposed to push it along. Is it just you, Blumbles? Are you the one escaping
No.
off?
You know
Nah,
we're
they're
all
on it.
that.
Well, it's designed to move, several hundreds of pounds at a time. I'm sorry, we're using the metric system now. Several hundred kilograms at a time. So, I think everybody's fine. You guys go scooting through the halls, and you can see the occasional person kind of strange looking at you. Some guy, stepping out of a room, from repairs and whatnot. But after a few minutes of scooting down the direction you think you're supposed to go to meet up with the corridors, you start seeing the flux of Imperials. You're seeing some stormtroopers guarding the halls. They're protecting this flux of people going through.
Alright, Blumbles will look at Chabba. Are we on the right level to get out of here? This is level 3, right?
Yes.
Blumbles looks at the incoming crowd because we're still skating. Mostly Imperials, right? Dudes in suits.
Well, not suits. There's a number of stormtroopers, but you're also seeing like the ground crews.
Okay. Has the shaking happened anymore?
You are feeling a shaking going on at this point in time. But it's a little hard to tell. You can kind of hear it more than anything. Only when you put your foot down to propel yourself forward on this makeshift skating device do you actually feel it through, the foot, because your device is hovering.
Yep. Okay, Scratchy chin. I don't know if those imps
as you start getting
those
closer
people
to the
away.
imps, they start training guns on you.
I halt my Tony Hawking.
When they stand
like,
there,
whoa.
guns up, they call out, do not approach any closer. We are in the middle of dealing with a personnel switch.
Blumbles looks over at Chabba, who's probably on his shoulder. Is that what they're calling it?
I don't know. How many of them are over there?
The group they're escorting, the stormtroopers pointing guns at you, stormtroopers overall.
Stormtroopers in general.
You're seeing... It's kind of like seeing a river flow, almost. Obviously, it's not huge packed. It's not like hundreds of Imperials moving along this one course. But, you're seeing a number of them moving past you. And you've got 3 stormtroopers in the hall protecting that flow, aimed at you, and then with a good enough look across the way, you've got 3 more on the other side keeping an eye down that corridor.
Alright, we won't cause any trouble. Like, grabs the handles, quote unquote, and just turns it around and starts skating where they came. I think now would be a good time to send out that communication.
Yeah. At the same time, too, it might be a good idea to try to look for maybe a service tunnel or something that might also lead us to the hangar. These ships are big. They have to have them.
I guess we can look around for that.
What type of service tunnel are we talking about? Are we talking like a secret tunnel type of service tunnel? Or are you talking like an air vent type of situation?
Secret tunnel.
I'm talking like definitely more of a secret tunnel type thing. Like it's if you in maintenance, you know about it because you got to go in there and make sure that everything's in order. But they're typically concealed from the rest of the crew, I'd imagine, so that they know they're there. They're just not supposed to go in them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You have 2 options for this. You can roll me a knowledge warfare at 5 difficulty, or you can sacrifice 2 of your destiny points.
Me specifically, or anybody in the group can roll?
No, you can roll, because you're the one that thought of it. How dare you pass the buck to someone smarter than you?
Gotta keep my options open. What do you guys think? I mean, if
If you fail, you cannot then choose the points option. You have to pick one of these paths.
and this is just to know if they exist.
I would say that you know that they exist. You know you're a Jawa. You probably encountered them in previous points. You knew about the service tunnels in another ship. You know that they exist in some form or another. Whether or not this ship has them is what you're rolling for. And because you had experience with the schematics, I'm giving you a chance of rolling to know it and / know where it is. Or you can burn the destiny points and recollect automatically.
I feel like it's worth it. What about you guys?
Yeah, I feel like it's worth to burn the 2.
The reason why is because we can also tell Bortuna and B1T about it if they need to use them.
Yeah.
I most likely already know if they're here because of the schematics.
That is true.
So yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
But yeah, 2 destiny points.
Alright, 2 destiny points are used. You tell Blumbles, hey, swing down, that path down over that way.
Roger that.
You go down this little path, and it's a corridor much like any others. But Chabba has you stop maybe a third of the way down. Points at a panel on the side and goes, there.
This baby ought to take us where we need to go. Well, probably.
Hope so. Do you think we should find a terminal to send out that call, or what?
Yeah, probably.
Alright. Can we do it on our communicators, actually? Bubbles say pulling us out. If they have a local channel.
Actually, what are the odds it's just like an alarm system around here somewhere?
I've found a terminal for that, and it may be on the bridge.
Nah, I mean, I'd say there's alarm systems everywhere.
Like a fire alarm type thing?
Well, yeah, I mean, fire alarm or just general alarm.
Yeah. Alright, we know where this is. He just gets off the hover skiff and parks it in a way to remember where the wall is.
You just park the skiff in front of it. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's parked in front of it. Alright,
There's a couple of doors, around the area. You have to go down a little ways to get to it, but you do eventually open it up. And you're starting to see things like one of them is, an armory. Again, nothing's in there yet, but you're seeing the racks for armor, for weapons, etc. You go down into another one and you can see what looks more traditionally like barracks. Large sleeping quarters for a large number of troops.
Alright. See if they have a working terminal in here.
Give me a perception check at 3 difficulty. Any of the 3 of you can do it, if you so choose.
I'll give it a whirl. Oh, wow. God. That is 1 threat with 4 success and a triumph.
Heard.
I would roll, but there's no point now.
Be that
There's
way.
literally no need.
Alright, Blumbles, you go into the barracks or the armory. Which one you go into? Which one are you looking in?
Here's the armory.
Yeah, I was gonna say the armory.
You guys get into the armory one and you go through and you see like the little desk terminal station. It looks like this is for where the main officer works as inventory specialist almost. He knows what goes in, what goes out type of thing. What gets assigned to what soldier, etc. And you sit down in this terminal and there you go. Now what would you like your triumph to try and do for you?
That's a great question. Can we like see the armory from here? Is it like behind like a gate, like a typical armory would look like in a security vessel?
I hadn't
Maybe.
even thought of it like that. I thought it would be like a large open room almost.
Oh, okay.
Where you got the racks and everything. It's just that you got this little station that has a terminal on it where a guy's, people start coming in. He's like, all right, you are assigned this, you are assigned that. Go to this station, pull it out. You go to that station, pull that out.
Okay. Alrighty. All right, let's see if this flies. As Blumbles like looks at the desk, he probably opens the seat for Shan and lets her sit in it. And he hears like a jittering in one of the desk drawers. And opening it, he would find a thermal detonator. I'm doing jazz hands right now.
Uh-oh.
Still doing jazz hands.
I know you're still doing jazz hands. I'm sitting here debating the pros and cons of giving you your request. I know why you want the request.
It's an armory.
It is an armory, but I have established so far that it is an empty armory. It's meant to be empty. So why is there a thermal detonator just kicking around in a drawer? Kind of a thing.
Someone for gore.
It's got, let me think. Be that. He already blew up. His son blew up. We did lose a lot of thermal detonators.
It's Gary Sr.
He's probably been here long enough to be Gary Sr.
My reasoning could be that maybe this desk came from somewhere else. It's just reused, and they just didn't look through it whenever they put it in here.
No. The lore was that this was built here. So.
What if somebody found one and they were like, "Hey, bro, what do I do with this?" And they're like, "Oh God, what are you doing with that? Put that away." And then they took it in there and put it in the armory drawer.
Honestly, that would be
we'll
the
find
best.
it later.
We'll find it later.
Somebody will find it later, accidentally opens his drawer, drops pen in, activates it.
Nah, the guy who put it in there for safekeeping got fired the next day. And because he knew about the secret Star Destroyer, he had to be killed.
Probably.
Okay, there's a thermal detonator, but it's not in the drawer at the desk. After you set Shan up to start using the computer, I presume that the two of you wander around.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing,
Yeah.
You're seeing, like, there's not a whole lot on the shelves. Like, you're seeing areas where they would holster rifles and set up armor and, all kinds of various miscellaneous bits and bobs. You come across, like a general, not a general supply section, but like a supply section. And you're seeing, like, the racks that they would have for, like, power packs and shit like that. And you could find, a power pack, kind of just sitting on the shelf chilling. It's like they'd put it there to test. Make sure everything fit right, make sure, the locking mechanism activated and all that good jazz. But in one of them, which is, set up for, grenades, there's just this thermal detonator just kind of chilling out in there.
The Blumble sees this and rubs his eyes for a second before opening them again. I'll be damned. Hey, Chabba.
Huh?
I think I found Gary's cousin.
No shit.
No shit.
Well,
He just pulls it out. And he
Well,
like holds it. I think I'll call her Gertrude.
Sounds like a fine name to me. Let's hope Gertrude can be useful in getting us out of here.
Let's hope so. Here, I think I'll let you hold on to this. Just don't get all willy-nilly with it.
Okay.
Shan, as you sit down there having this conversation off the side, you see a little ping pop up on the computer terminal that says that an item was removed from grenade box 33.
Who could have done that? Rascal.
I know that now.
Alright, give me a computer check. Obviously, we're going to go with, 3 difficulty because that's how it's been pretty much stated and standing. if you use the data breaker, then obviously you're going to get the additional 2 blue die.
All the dices.
Here goes nothing.
Oh, it's a
Yes.
success. Woo!
Yes, that is most wholly a freaking success. Even without the data breaker, it would have been a success. As you
Heck yeah.
open up the computer terminal and start getting back to the root access and start pulling up more diagnostics for the entire ship through this small terminal, which really should not have access to things like this, what are you doing?
I'm pretending to be one of the lackeys and sending messages out to anyone who does not know about the Imperial's evacuation and leaving everyone behind.
Heard. You put out this little general message, all call basically, making sure it's on a channel that the Imperials don't have as Imperial only. You're making sure it's a general message across everything. Chabba, your personal comm, pings with a message from the local communications band.
Oh, shit.
Do you have a comm link on you, Blumbles? You should. Just about everybody
Yeah, I
should.
do.
You get the
Everybody does.
message. B1T, you get the message. Bortuna, you get the message. And then you start hearing it like echo down the hall across the way. Some of the Imperials check their comm links because they also get the message. And then they start running.
Oh shit, we've been made!
I'm starting chaos.
Yeah, boy.
Chaos, chaos.
I instilled it first.
Yes.
No one knows. I'm already out of here.
Speaking of Arden, as the
You and your boys.
as the rocks start falling, you see the guy piloting this little driller vessel. He activates the drills and basically dives through this shower curtain of rocks and boulders. And you're still getting hit on the top. It's not designed to have shit fall on it. It's designed to go through solid rock, You eventually get through the shower curtain. There's some pretty decent dents. I mean, like, if it was a flat roof, it's now looking dimpled all over. It looks like a beat iron metal. But eventually you get out to the other side, and then you just start digging through rock. And he's like, well, that's not good.
What's not good?
Well, somebody activated the uncovering system.
Uncovering what?
Oh, come on, man. What is this, your first day?
Second day, actually.
Oh, jeez, they're just bringing anybody in, aren't they?
Yeah, I know, right?
So where the fuck did Pizza get you from?
Off the street, literally.
Another fucking kidnapping victim. You're like
Yeah.
the fourth one I've heard of, like, this month. You think with all the pay, he'd be able to get some actual people, but not just fucking kidnap everybody. But, outsource what you can, I guess.
Yep.
The uncovering system was one of the first things that we did was allow the ship to be able to leave. The uncovering system just basically takes all the rock that's above it and shuffles it underneath it.
Oh, okay, I see. That's what that giant pit was for. Okay, I understand now.
What the fuck? Do you
Oh,
think that
someone
pit was
undid
for?
that. I don't know.
They really will just drag anybody in off the streets. But anyway, then you hear your comlink ping, Arden, and you can hear like one guy's towards the back, his go off as well. You check the message, you just let it ride.
Yeah, I checked the message.
You see Shan's message, disguised as, the Imperials are evacuating. It looks like the ship's about to blow up.
Ah. I guess we left right in time, guys.
The guy in the back starts panicking. If that thing blows up, we're never going to get out of there in time. I mean, this thing doesn't move very fast. We're drilling for fucking rock!
Oh, shit.
The dude
Oh, God.
The dude hits a couple switches, and you can hear the drills pick up a little bit, and all of a sudden you start moving a little bit faster through this solid rock.
Is there a second seat?
What? No. The fact that we got everybody in it's a little cool. I mean, this thing's normally only designed for 4 people. I mean, the bench seats only hold so much. And frankly, whatever you got on your hip is jabbing me in my hip.
Sorry.
And you continue digging. And digging. And digging. Arden, at this point in time, I'm going to have to cut away from you, sir.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine.
So,
I'm worried about the poor souls still on the ship.
Chaos!
As the digging continues, eventually you will be out of range of any communications from the ship. 1, there's rock to pass through. And 2, there's only so much range that those things can have through rock.
Yeah.
So,
at
this point in time, your communication is cut off. So, you can leave, I guess. I don't know. I'm kidding. B1T, Bortuna. Your comlinks go off, and you get this message that the ship is going to blow, and that the Imperials are apparently evacuating and leaving everybody to die.
Do we see Pizza's men running?
You're seeing a couple of them, like, coming out of, like, the places where they're working. Like, one guy's, like, ripping off a welding mask and tossing it off to the side as he bolts down the hall.
Towards us or towards somewhere else?
Past you guys, I mean, probably. Or if he was in front of you, you'd see him take off in the direction you're going, the direction the Imperials were going. I would like you to give me a perception check, though. We're going to go at 3 difficulty.
Maybe I'll actually see this
You
time.
and Bortuna.
You know what? No, I'm not using these fucking dice. No.
What are you
I'm
using?
use
The ones on my desk?
No. These 2 that are over in the corner are cursed and keep getting me washed.
Hey, Bortuna got 1 success, 1 advantage.
They really
3
were.
successes
my
and a
God.
triumph!
Holy
Oh my
crap!
fucking god.
Wow. Amazing.
All right.
Fuck you! You're going to the Shadow Realm. Bortuna, give me your trash bag.
As you guys are, making your way down the hall, are you running, or are you just keep moving the pace you're going? What's your speed going?
I'd probably pick it up
Okay.
a little bit, hearing that it's probably, considering the rumbles are probably getting bigger and longer, that's not good.
Well, there hasn't been a rumble from the ship in a little bit, and at this point in time, with your triumph, with your robotic ears and sensors, you're hearing what sounds like the scraping of rocks across the metal. And it's hard to know exactly where that's coming from, but it feels like it's coming from, like, the top of the ship. But with your perceptions, your actual past perceptions, you and Bortuna, you start hearing blaster fire coming from the hull ahead of you. And we're not talking like pew, pew. You're hearing like actual battle fire.
I think that's the chaos.
Yeah, it
We'll
is.
have a scream. Pew,
Oh,
pew, 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 pew.
You guys always love your chaos, so I gave it to you.
The 3 of you don't hear this. The 3 of you are in the armory. You're
Uh,
safe in
I-
a bubble.
I radio to the others because I'm assuming this is. I'm just gonna radio to the others, just like. Okay, I don't know what you did, if it was you, but you're causing chaos, and I love it. I think there's a fight going on in the hangar. We hear blaster fire, I think.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
We should be making our way there. I don't know where Arden is, but he hasn't called and told us he's about to die, so I assume he's all right. We'll see you guys there. Just be careful.
All right. The three of you. Where are you? I know you're going to the hangar. How are you getting to the hangar?
Service tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Okay. I know. The heavy sigh from B1T says it all for me. The three of you, make your way to the secret tunnel access. You pull the dolly out of the way. Through a series of a few bolts, this panel comes off, and they're in a service tunnel. It is most definitely a tunnel. Chabba, even you have to crouch at this point in time. We're talking like a little less than a meter square, almost. These aren't meant for long travels. These are meant to service important areas behind them,
Think you can make it through this, Blumbles?
It'll be tight and your equipment will scrape in a few places, but you should be able to squeeze through there.
Yeah. Good as I'm not claustrophobic.
Well, let's get a move on then. Come on, doll.
I'll bring up the rear.
Follow me.
I hate these things.
Just take it slow.
Reminds me of home.
Are you sealing the tunnel behind you, or closing it up at the very minimum, or are you just going to let it be?
I'd say with Blumbles as a tight squeeze, he'd probably just look back and probably use the force a little bit to just pull it shut a bit. He won't be able to close it entirely, just cover it up a little bit.
I won't
with
even
the
make
panel.
you do a force roll, because at this point in time, I don't think it matters if it manifests as light or dark.
Yeah.
You're going to put the panel back into place as best as you can and just have it sit and cover the tunnel,
Yeah.
And you guys will make your way through. B1T, Bortuna. The comm link cuts off, and you're hearing the blaster fire. It's still kind of sporadic, but it is definitely, choo 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 up the hallway ahead of you. Every once in a while, I'd say one stray blaster bolt you can see zoom from right to left.
All right. Bortuna, how you think this is gonna go down? Think we should help Pete's guys? They're our best chance of getting out of here.
I think we should just utilize the distraction and make a quick escape.
I'd say that's our best bet, but they're most likely not gonna shoot us because they're gonna think we're with them.
What if we find a... Oh, well, this wouldn't work for you. Never mind. I was going to say we'll find a dead stormtrooper and wear his armor, but...
Oh, no, that would 100% work for me.
How?
BX battle droids are a smaller chassis. They're actually designed to wear clone trooper armors on occasion. They were meant as infiltration droids. You would not know that. He would.
I can 100% wear stormtrooper armor.
Well, who do you think wins in this fight? Pizza's guys or the imps?
Oh, 100% the imps, but if we start wearing imp armor, Pizza's guys are gonna shoot at us, and if our guys are gonna be in there, unless we tell them we're gonna be dressed as troopers, they're gonna shoot at us.
We could do the fusion dance.
The what?
Never mind. It doesn't matter. Frick. I don't know. Let's just start capping fools. I pull my gun out and shoot.
There's nobody in the hall but you and B1T. Are you just shooting B1T?
No, good.
Down the hallway.
I just fire. Doesn't not at B1T, but just fire.
roll me your ranged heavy attack for me, and give me 5 difficulty.
Okay. Can I aim?
No.
So,
Anarchy.
Chaos! Chaos!
You know what? I should upgrade one of those.
okay.
I saw that coming.
I like it better if it's in the middle. It's a bit more geometric.
Well, if that's the case, like, fix the top row, yeah.
Okay, let's get this nice. You know what? It doesn't matter.
I'm so
Oh.
upset
Aw.
you almost had it.
Wow. Wow.
1 failure and, like, 2 threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shot just goes off down the hall, and it just, hits a random wall panel, and it just, you hear the spark and the fizzle, and just, that's it. There's nothing magnificent about it.
Well, that was uneventful.
You're so lucky there's blaster fire going on in the hangar. Otherwise, imps would probably be on our ass. We're probably gonna have to go kill some imps. Let's go. As I pull out my fucking LMG and just cock it. Just.
Secret tunnel people. As you were crawling through this on your way, this is very low lit. This is almost as bad as the interior of the rebel ship that Shan had. The red might be even less bright than that. It's very dark in here. Not dark, but it's very, very low light. Probably people are expected to carry like flashlights, torches through here. So
Glow rod.
glow rods, yeah. You guys make your way down quite a number of meters, and there's, a small intersection. One goes off to the right, which is down towards the aft end of the ship, and then there's one that goes off to the left, which presumably goes up towards the hangar.
Well, better go left. I don't think we need to go forward.
Are we there yet?
We're getting there.
Ugh, I hate this.
Yeah, sorry. It's just this is definitely the least crowded way.
You occasionally will hear, like in one of the service panels, one of the entrances, which is basically the same idea as what you had on the other end of it. You can unbolt it from this side to open it as well. It's just designed to be held in place, so it's not free floating and not easily accessed unless you know it's there, kind of a thing. You will occasionally hear like the boots, running on the deck on the other side of it. Dum, 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 dum.
And they're definitely running the direction we're going, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like.
After a little while, you start catching the sound of blaster fire as well. At one point in time, one of the pipes to the left of you kind of explodes out into the tunnel you're in, Chabba, and you can see that there's a small hole through the wall from where a blaster bolt had come in and hit that pipe.
Oh shit! Avoid the steam, guys, or whatever this is.
Oh, man.
All right, who has a sealed breathing unit?
I think Shan, that's it. Oh, well, does Shan thing
Yeah,
come
yeah,
with
it
breathing
does.
unit?
Yeah,
okay.
it's her, she's sealed. She's the only one in the entire group that is.
And I don't need to breathe, so.
Yeah, Shan, you get a little message in your heads-up display saying that there's a toxic gas leak, outside the suit, and it switches over to internal systems real quick. Chabba, Blumbles, give me a resilience check, please. It's 3 difficulty.
Okay.
Oh, baby. Let's see, what's resilient?
Difficulty.
3.
Okay.
Oh, it's brawn. I have 4 green. Hell yeah. Dice.
No.
We got
Wait a minute.
Me and Chaba have the same resilience.
Yep.
difficulty again. I'm sorry.
3.
Okay, good.
Literal carbon monoxide.
Oh, nice.
Literally just carbon monoxide in a pipe.
3 success, 1 threat.
No ill effects fall upon you, Blumbles. You're able to catch your breath just in time as you pass through this little swath of spraying gas. You do come out the other side, and it's clinging to your fur. So it makes it a little bit hard to breathe. You do a couple coughs. Chabba, unfortunately, you got a nice face full of it. You took a couple points of strain off of it.
All right.
You're wheezing a little bit. This stuff was not meant for Jawa consumption.
Jesus fucking Christ. Remind me to see Bortuna about the cancer I'm going to get out of this.
Right behind you on that one.
You guys make your way down, and eventually you come towards, not an intersection, but a turn. It goes off to the right, and it's got a service end, pack. And you think that this is where the hangar should be, but you were definitely hearing on the other side what sounds like a fairly large-scale gunfight. You're hearing lots of blasters going off.
Huh. That's weird. Figured the shots would be coming from this side. Huh. Is there a panel here?
Yeah, there's a panel there.
I just kind of pop it off. Look out.
The whole panel basically just falls forward, lands on the deck, and you look out, and there's what seems like a small ground invasion going on in the hangar. There are stormtroopers and Imperial ground crews firing at a crap ton of what looks like various thugs and raiders and swoop gangers, just exchanging fire all over the place.
Wow. Man, I wish I had some popcorn for this. This is amazing. Which side are we? Are we behind the line of fire or in front of the line of fire?
You came off in a part of the hangar that's nowhere near the door exit to the tunnel. So they're not really anywhere near you so much. I mean, there's obviously a tunnel off to your left, so they are aiming at that door. But it looks like they're aiming past the door frame, not at the door frame, if that makes sense. It seems like they haven't breached this particular entrance yet. But as you look across the hall towards the other end, you can see that there is, some of the Hutt's forces, have made it into the hangar, and they're trying to push their way towards some of the few ground transports that are still in here. And you can see that the Imperials have loaded up a number of the trucks with personnel, and they've sent them down the tunnel. They're like leaving the hangar as you've looked out and start surveying the scene.
All right.
Looks like kind of a pickle here. There's probably about at least 30, 40 stormtroopers, at least.
Easily.
Okay, and at most probably around 150.
Yeah, I would say that there's no more than 120 stormtroopers, but they are, for the most part, engaging in a firefight with the Hutt's forces.
All right, you guys. I'm not sure if we can sneak around these guys. Moreover, I don't know what Bortuna and B1T are right now.
Can you see them at all?
Bortuna, B1T. As you guys are making your way down the hall towards the blaster fire, you look down the direction where that stray blaster bolt had come from.
My fucking god.
And you're seeing, that there's 5 stormtroopers at the door frame, and you can see the hangar past it. You look slightly off to the left, and you're seeing maybe 10 of the Hutt's forces. You're seeing a couple Oculus, you're seeing a few humans. You're seeing one Alina. Very small blue guys. I think you guys had met one once upon a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never did.
That's fair.
No.
But you may not have seen the Alina, but you do recognize the rocket launcher on his shoulder.
Fair enough.
Boom! And you see this rocket go past you into this group of stormtroopers, and it explodes. And you're hearing a Wilhelm scream. Ah! Chabba, give me a perception check. We're going to go with 4 difficulty. There's a lot going on in here.
All right. I'll be honest with you. I thought Bortuna was the one that shot the tunnel we were in.
I actually thought that too. I thought that too.
That would have been amazing.
That's what I was saying.
That would have been fun.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been great. Bortuna gave you cancer, now he has to cure it.
You know, I will give you whatever headcanon you want at this point in time. We will find out.
That's what happened.
I choose to believe so.
How did you do that?
How?
This happens to me a lot, if you'll believe it.
Yeah, I know it does.
That's success.
It's a
Success?
success.
2
Too.
success.
Just a success.
Just 2 success. I see 1 here, 1
Yeah.
here.
2 success.
Yeah, just the 2 success on the
success.
L.
It's not a triumph. It's not a triumph. It wasn't Bortuna who shot the wall.
Oh well.
You look off to the left. If you're at the aft end of the hangar, where you guys had originally left the hangar the first time around, and then you've got the bow end of the hangar, which is where you can see the Hutt forces have pushed through and are starting to come into the hangar, and there's a larger firefight over there because obviously there's an incursion there. You look off on the left where there's 3 different entrances, and you're seeing the one closest to you. You see it explode, and you're seeing stormtroopers fly.
Shit! You look at that. This is some wild shit, you guys. I wish you could see this.
They see nothing but Jawa ass.
Oh yeah, I'd love to be seeing it right now, and I'd love to not be cramped in here.
Well, you want to get out of the tunnel? We can get out, but if they see us, they'll definitely shoot at us.
You are feeling a rumbling at this point in time above you, as much as from below you at this point in time, by the way. You're fairly close to the edge of the ship, so you're feeling the rocks rumbling over the top of this part of the ship at this point in time. And you've been feeling that slow crescendo for a little while. It seems to be, clearing up at this point in time. You're still hearing it, but feeling it, but you're starting to hear it as like rock. You're hearing rock scrape metal above you. It's still a little ways above you, but it's happening.
Fucking generators vibrating the whole damn ship or something, for fuck's sake.
That's when you feel the other one below your feet.
Oh.
And this one is significantly stronger than the last one. If the last one was, let's say, a 1.5 on the Richter scale, this one's closer to a 4.
Jesus. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's the sign we need to get the flying fuck out of here.
I'd probably use that thermal detonator to clear a little bit of them out.
I don't know if any of them are close enough for me to do that. Are there any of them close enough for me to do that?
Yeah, there's the stormtroopers off to the entranceway off to the left, right in the area right next to your tunnel, because they shot through the wall. You're gonna. Okay, let me reiterate this. This is close enough to be caught in the explosion range.
Oh yeah.
Unyeet.
Yeet aborted.
Yeet averted.
The only ones that I could blow up are right there. If I blow them up, it's gonna blow us both up.
Is there any way you can sneak around? If they're not paying attention to you, you might be able to. Oh, fuck my back.
Worth a shot.
Just be careful.
I climb out of the. I guess I'll climb out of the tunnel and.
Give me a stealth check at 5 difficulty, please.
Okay. Would you like to upgrade, good sir?
No, I don't think there's a need to upgrade this one.
Okay.
What difficulty is it?
5.
5.
5.
Nice.
What's with the 2?
Hey,
He's got 2 blue. From
Touch of
what?
fate.
touch of
I was gonna
fate.
say you might want to use Touch of Fate.
Hey yo!
Hey!
Hey yo! Hey yo!
Amazing.
All those slits! Jesus!
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them are canceled out.
Yeah, that's what I just canceled off. You still have 4 threats.
Four more.
As you climb your way out of the tunnel, there is a sharp uptake on the rumbling, and you have fallen down. But nobody sees you. Not the stormtroopers right there, right next to you. Not the stormtroopers off in the distance. You are completely unseen at this point in time.
They have bigger fish to fry. I'll just crawl along the floor. What am I even doing? I still can't throw the thermal detonator because it'll kill you guys. Is there any of the land vehicles around here that are not swarmed by people?
There is a perception check involved.
Okay. Always perception. Somehow. That's
4 success.
4
and an
success
advantage.
and an advantage.
What are you doing that for? Oh, you're
Huh?
cleaning up your table now. I was like, where are you? Sorry. You look over to the corner area, off towards the actual exterior of the ship, what looks like where it would be widely opened up, and you're seeing a, I guess the best way of putting it would be like a swoop bike with a modified rickshaw behind it. Would be the best way of putting it.
that's perfect.
One person can ride the swoop and pilot it, and 2 people can sit in the rickshaw in the actual passenger area behind it. But that is it. And there's 1 of them.
Okay. And now that I'm here, I'm not sure what I should do.
Oh man, looks around. I didn't think I'd get this far.
Can we change focus for a minute to someone else?
As you have watched this rocket launcher fire down the hall and wipe out the stormtroopers guarding the entrance area, B1T Bortuna, you hear a cheer of a battle cry victory coming from the arena, and you see the hut people that were the hut's men down the hall start rushing towards the hangar. Where are you 2 doing?
I follow them into the hangar.
Are you leading the charge, or are you getting into the middle of the pack, or are you following behind them?
I sort of join the pack, and when we enter the hangar, and I just yell out, just like, "Come on, boys! You want to live forever?"
Oh, I'm doing my part.
Nice.
Bortuna,
Nice.
what are you doing? You just witnessed B1T jump into the middle of the pack and run in with them. Are you with him, or are you trailing the pack, or are you leading them?
I look down at my gun. I look down the hall confusedly after B1T, and then I scream, "Viva la France!" So I follow.
As you 2 burst into the hangar with this group, you were seeing absolute chaos in this place. There's 100 stormtroopers in this whole place, firing at various groups of, hut men. This entrance area was just blasted, and this group has gained entrance, and you can hear the guys running down the hall behind you as well. Both of you can look off to the left, and you can see that the entrance tunnel is being funneled. You're seeing 2 lines of stormtroopers, 2 troopers thick, basically guarding the exit of the tunnel. and you're seeing the ground transports, the ones that you guys came into this vessel with, are being loaded up with the Imperial ground troops and a couple of stormtroopers and personnel, and they're starting to take off down the tunnel. They are leaving this ship very, very quickly. And a perception check from you, B1T. Bortuna, you may take it as well, if you so choose. But the perception check is going to be a 4.
4 for both of us?
Yes, it would be a 4 from both of you. That is a no from Bortuna.
Yes! 1 success!
Holy moly, that is a 1 success. You are caught up in the moment, Bortuna. You are seeing the chaos, and you are just feeding into the battle cries, and you just start popping shots at any stormtrooper you see. Could you give me a ranged heavy check, please? Give me a gunfire.
At what difficulty? Any?
We're going to say, do you have long range capability? No, just medium. Medium range capability, sir. Just a medium range shot. Some stormtrooper off to the side that, like, wasn't part of the main explosion is, caught there on the side. He's picking himself off the ground. He's, like, and he's shot.
It's too person. Woo!
I wasn't actually expecting you guys to actually kill things today. I don't know why. Oh, no, you just shoot him and he is just gone. He is just instantly fucking capped. Bortuna, you put another score mark on your gun.
I've killed a lot of people.
B1T, you hear the blaster shot from behind you that you recognize as Bortuna's carbine go off. But you don't pay attention to that. You look off, you're scanning this entire hangar, and you see Chabba off to the right. He's looking around, and he spies what looks like a swoop bike with a rickshaw on the back. And you can see his eye contact has identified that item. And then he turns back at the tunnel, makes a come out hand wave motion, and then I presume you start heading towards the rickshaw. Or what do you do at this point, Chabba?
Yeah, heading towards the rickshaw.
Is the rickshaw on our side of the tunnel, or
nope?
Is it on their side?
Far side. It's on from where you came in, the right-hand side, all the way across towards what should be the actual large hangar door to allow ships in and out of this place. You look off to the left on the far end. You're seeing, hut people. Not huts, but the huts personnel are making, headway into the hangar at that point in time. And you can see a number of stormtroopers exchanging fire down there. A little bit, turning your head a little bit further to the left, you're seeing along this very same wall that there's 2 other entrances. One of them, you can see a struggle right at the exit, right where it starts bleeding into the hangar. They're starting to fight right there. And then there's stormtroopers at the middle one that are still holding forces off. And then you look to the right and you can see, a group of, 6 stormtroopers guarding the entrance that's right next to this little tunnel that Chabba waved his hand at. But they've paid him no mind. It looks like they're firing down the hall. Chabba, you're running towards the rickshaw.
Yep.
Your little tiny legs are carrying you quickly and you get there.
I get there, I get on the swoop bike.
There's the occasional blaster bolt that rings, around your area, but it doesn't look like they're aiming at you so much as it's just a stray errant shot from somewhere.
All right.
I would like to cover Chabba. Anybody targets him, I take their ass down or attempt to.
You see a stormtrooper just kind of sitting there. And you can see that he's got this large, almost sniper rifle-ish style rifle. And you can see him aiming his way at Chabba because there's nobody else that direction.
I would like to take a pot shot at his ass.
Do you have long-range capability?
Yes.
Give me a long-range shot on him, sir. And you.
Good,
I'm
this
gonna
is
say
too
you did
difficulty.
Move. I am going to say you did move. So no aim. This is all happening so much at once.
This is too difficulty because of my telegraphic sight.
Yes. No, I was about to say, are you adding auto fire to it? But
No.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
I have 2 blue dice, so let's see how fucked he is because I have accurate 2. It's on my sheet.
I
It's
know.
a different.
Just roll those 2. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
God.
That stormtrooper's pulling that rifle up, and all of a sudden his helmet just shatters out the backside. Just the complete. You can see the right side of his helmet. You can see that blaster bolt go in right at the temple, just under the temple, right over the cheek, right in front of the ear, right behind the eye, and you can see the helmet explode out the other side.
Nice.
Nice. I'd like to give Chabba 1 ranged defense.
Woo.
You
All
don't,
right, Shane, come on.
you don't know why, Chaba, but all of a sudden you feel a little bit more defended.
That's a good feeling.
I
Shan,
like this feeling.
as you were crawling out of the tunnel, you look up just in time to see a stormtrooper leveling a large, what looks like sniper rifle style weapon, aiming towards Chaba, and you just see his helmet explode out the left side.
Ugh.
Boom.
Don't see
Nice.
that every day.
Blew his mind.
That is
Try
better.
to stay down.
Blumbles, you pull yourself out of the tunnel,
Oh, relief.
and you stand up. And the stormtrooper that's guarding the tunnel off to the left, he takes a step back as he's taking a shot down the hall, and you see him look to the left real quick and see you turn back towards the tunnel and double take it back at you.
Hello there. Oh, minigun.
Okay then. Remember, it's a black die to use. Are you using auto fire?
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
might
literally
as well.
right there, right?
Oh, it's definitely short range. I'm not even gonna argue with that.
Okay, so that's 2 difficulty.
Do you have
Yeah,
a
and I
scope on your
have-
minigun?
I have other dice I should add. I think it's a red die.
Short range is 1 difficulty.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah.
Because
yeah,
he's
auto
using
fire.
auto fire.
Oh,
it
yeah,
upgrades.
yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah, right.
it-
I
Yeah.
forgot about
well,
that.
it doesn't upgrade. It increases the difficulty.
No, he upgraded it because something that happened last session with my gun.
Yeah, the spinning barrel.
Yeah.
You did.
Don't matter.
Moving on.
2
Yeah,
success and a
that's
triumph.
15 damage.
That stormtrooper spinning his gun around. What do you use that triumph for? You did call up auto fire, so you could
I
use
did.
it to success on an auto fire.
I will succeed on that.
He's spinning his weapon to the right, and he just gets slammed right in the chest with a large caliber blaster shot. And a second one just streaks past his shoulder as he's starting to fall, and it just clocks the stormtroopers that was standing next to him right in the side of the head. And he's gone as well. The guy just past him, all of a sudden, has this fog of armor and blood across his vision. He turns to the left and is like, "Oh fuck, there's a Wookiee."
With a minigun. It's the Clone Wars all over again.
You can, as you are firing this weapon, you can feel the spin of the barrels is not as fast as it was, which is what you feel might be causing an issue if it possibly has a jamming issue, which is where the red one comes in. And then you can feel the gimbal arm that it's attached to is not as supportive, so as you swing it into place, you can feel that back end really loose and wobbly, almost like a really loose back end on a car.
Oh yeah.
So and that's where the black die comes from. So I'm describing how it feels as you fire this thing. So this feels like a 70s truck that was never cared for.
Oh yeah. After that, he
Bortuna.
turned to Shad and say, "Let's go."
Bortuna.
Yes.
You hear B1T's rifle fire. You don't see what shot he just made, but he does not look disappointed. If you can read what a droid looks,
Mhm.
He does not seem disappointed with this shot. What are you
That's
doing?
probably a good thing, though.
What are you doing?
Indiscriminately firing into stormtroopers.
I don't
Nah.
know. I'm just. Give me short range.
Okay.
You're just advancing, taking shots. Do.
Screaming bloody murder. Nothing sensical, just like screaming. Preferably like a little girl. Shrieks are more frightening than screams. Or like battle cries.
Oh no.
Oh
that
yeah,
makes
Nice.
he's dead. Just, these guys, they have good soak because of armor, but on the overall, their health is not great. Just they're minions, they're mooks, you know. They're just you're just wandering through, just pushing towards. Where are you walking towards, Bortuna? Where are you advancing? Where are you going?
Preferably cover. If there is any.
There's a mound of bodies. I'm kidding.
That'll work.
I'm kidding. There's not a mound of bodies.
Can I make a mound of bodies?
Yes, you can, but it's going to take a while. Off to the left, there is some crates that have been stacked and tossed. You could probably get a little bit of cover from the stormtroopers north of that position.
I'll take it.
Okay. You start heading that way. You take out another stormtrooper. You're seeing, the group of, hut personnel, hut minions, hut thugs. They're going off in that direction as well. They're advancing that way and they're taking shots. Give me a perception check, B1T. Actually, no, you don't need the perception check. Bortuna needs the perception check.
I was about to say, what do I need to do? But okay.
Well, I just realized you'd already succeeded. You already knew Chabba was over there, so I imagine that you have an eye on that situation. You saw, Shan pop out of the tunnel, and then you saw Blumbles pop out of the tunnel and fucking, waste 2 stormtroopers with his minigun firing.
And then I see the third one just piss himself.
How many are you stacking up there, sir?
What's the difficulty?
I said 3. You have 7. I mean, even
Amazing.
7's not even available in this system, man.
I'm really distracted by bloodthirst.
Oh, yes, you are. You are 100%.
Oh, nice.
As you're making your way across the way, you hear the familiar rumbling and whining of a minigun, and you're like, "That's my Blumbles." I mean, you can you perceive the Wookiee of your dreams sitting over there at the edge off to the right as you're moving away from him.
Slow-mo, hair bellowing in the non-existent wind as the minigun as he's shaking from the recoil.
Mouth open, screaming, slow motion.
Another one bites the dust, plays in the background.
You could swear that you saw that stormtrooper helmet wasn't molded right, so it looks like the brow above the eyes is turned upwards in the middle, so it's got this fear and questioning look on it.
They emote now?
That might need to be.
They emote now.
Oh no.
Chabba.
Yeah.
There are no keys on this thing. Give me a mechanics check at 3 difficulty. Can you hotwire this fucking swoop bike?
I was gonna say, does he really
What
need
Jawa would I
keys?
be?
What kind of Jawa would
I'm
I
gonna
be if I couldn't?
I'm going to add the black die because it is a high stress under fire type of situation. Just dun 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 dun. There's a lot of gunfire.
Nice.
1 success.
Whew.
And
Multiple advantages.
2 advantage. 1 success, 2 advantage. It's hard to tell a Jawa sweat, but you've got that. Come on. And eventually the swoop bike fires up.
Woo! Fuck. I signaled to Shan and Blumbles. Do I see Bortuna and B1T at this point in time, or
With what you're doing in your preoccupation, I would say you're not even aware of them.
tunnel vision? Well,
Shan can
Actually-
see you with no problem. However, Blumbles does have his back turned to you.
How far away are they from me?
Size of the hangar, I'd say 30 meters.
So like 90 feet.
Yeah.
How long would that take for them to cross on foot?
Not super long. I mean, this is just a very hectic, chaotic scene right at the moment. That's all.
All right then. And then I suppose I got the swoop bike active. Does it look like anybody's coming towards me?
It looks like Shan is coming towards you. I mean, Blumbles might be, spinning his head around to see what's going on, but
Yeah.
All right. Could I use my comm link, or are we like in initiative right now?
we aren't even in initiative. This is all freewheeling and dealing. I mean,
All right.
you guys want me to start shooting at you, I can. But I mean, there's a lot of chaos going on right now. Too much distraction is off of you guys for you to be fired at unless I think I should fire at you.
Okay, then I'm gonna like kind of duck down behind the, I guess, I don't know, the windscreen of the swoop bike. Maybe I don't know if it has one.
You have seen Star Wars. There's not a single swoop bike with a windscreen.
I pull my hood slightly more over my head.
It's hard around the Sith Inquisitor helmet, but yes.
And I pull up my communicator, and I try to radio Arden. Do I get through?
There is silence.
Oh, fuck. Now, I radio. Can I open a communication line with literally everyone else, in the party?
With the party, yeah, absolutely. I'd say that you guys had set up a predetermined channel and everything.
I activate that then, and I'm like, I got a bike. I got us a way out. Get the fuck over here. I'm on the southwestern side?
South. You're
Southwest
on
or southeast one?
starboard aft side.
Starboard aft side of the hangar. I can see Shan running at me right now. Blumbles, I know you just killed a guy, but,
Move.
keep up the good work. Gotta get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
B1T, Bortuna, you get this communication as well.
Alright.
I guess then I'll just train my weapon and shoot anybody that runs towards me that isn't one of them.
Heard. Would you like to take a shot? It'd be at, long range.
Do I see somebody coming towards me? Even at long range?
There's stormtroopers everywhere. I would say that you would see one, stepping back out of the tunnel from where you'd come, not the secret tunnel, but the, actual corridor. He steps out and he's starting to swing his gun around to, take a shot at Blumbles.
Say no more. Yeah, I shoot at him. Long range, right?
Long range. I will be changing one of those purples to a red. Because, there is Shan and Blumbles right there. Just the random straight chance.
Oh, nice.
I think he hit.
Pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
have
yeah.
blast on your gun.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's around him. Is there anyone around him, like any other Imperials?
There was 6 stormtroopers at that tunnel entrance that you could only really see 3 of them, but you knew that it was too close for the thermal detonator. But now your teammates are past that, so you know that there was at least multiple stormtroopers down there when you had stepped out of the tunnel. You don't know what the situation is now. Blast doesn't seem like a terrible idea, but
I can see the tunnel entrance, right? There's a door there, right?
you're
I'm out around a corner.
you're not around a corner, but you're looking down a wall. When you look down a wall in your house, can you see into the doorway that's on that wall you're looking down?
No. But there is a door there, right?
You know there's a door there. You know there's a tunnel there. You know there's a corridor. And you
With
know
my
that there's
triumph-
stormtroopers there.
I shoot the door panel and it closes.
Hard. You just shoot that, you hit the stormtrooper and his, blaster fires, with that twitch of death, and it just hits that door panel and just right on his body.
All right.
So
That's just
you can
slowing down.
literally see in the middle of this firefight, there's just an arm sticking out from this doorway, right in the center.
Wow.
I don't know why I'm so brutal tonight.
It's because we're going to die.
It's all the
The
action.
last.
Alright. B1T Bortuna, you've heard this message from Chabba. B1T, you know exactly where he is, what he's on, and what he's looking at. What is your evaluation? You know Shan and Blumbles are there. Do you think that the vehicle has enough room for everybody?
I could probably latch on and I could leave with them. I don't know about Bortuna. Bortuna's out of jet fuel too, so like.
Maybe he could ride the mouse droid one last time. Just roller skating behind the rickshaw.
I mean, in theory, if there's a dolly in here, he could just hang on to the back of it while we pull him along.
But we are approaching the end of our session, so I'm going to have one last perception check from everybody but Arden, because obviously Arden is in his own personally made secret
world.
tunnel.
Yep. I took the real secret tunnel.
You're in this jammed, small, little 4-seater with 6 guys cockpit of a drilling unit just tunneling your way out.
Hoping and praying we're not gonna die.
What difficulty?
Let's go with 1 difficulty.
Oh God, is Darth Vader here again?
Oh no! Please no.
2 success with a triumph and advantage.
1 advantage because I'm pissed.
3 success, 3 advantage.
Shan?
I rolled. That's what I
1
got.
advantage.
1 advantage. Fortuna.
1 success.
All right. So B1T doesn't notice. Shan doesn't notice. She's too busy scrambling into the rickshaw, the area behind. Chabba, did you succeed?
Yeah, I got 3 success, 3
You got
advantage.
3 success. Okay. Blumbles. Wait, did Bortuna? Yeah, Bortuna succeeded as well. So the 3 of
Blumbles
you
rolled a
succeeded.
triumph.
Yeah. What does your triumph do for you? What do your Wookiee eyes see? That could be
That's a
advantages to this situation.
Let's see. How many entrances are there to this place? To this hangar? No, there's 2, right?
Into the ship or out of the ship? I mean, that's
into the ship, yeah.
1. It's the tunnel that you guys came through here to begin with. And it's
Okay.
very heavily enforced.
Okay. Is there an upper level, like rafters above us?
There's some gantry walkways for servicing of things like TIE fighters and such. It looks like there's very few TIE fighter racks. It doesn't look like this place has been finished setting up, if they're supposed to be finished or not, etc.
Okay. My Wookiee eyes see another service tunnel panel come off, and after it comes off, there's reinforcements coming with that. Some Hutsmen coming out.
Okay,
Flanking
one of
the
the
stormtroopers.
upper areas. There's a group, of let's say 15 guys piling out of this little service tunnel area, and one of them's like, "Oh, thank fucking Christ! It was so cramped in there. Holy shit! What the hell's going on down there?" So now there's 15 guys with, eagle eyes on this situation. But Shan's crawling into the rickshaw. B1T isn't really noticing. His systems are too occupied with too many things right now. Sir, you're on overload.
B1T's grabbing a corpse and is making his way towards the rickshaw. Like, he's grabbing the body that was behind him that got shot by Bortuna and using it as a meat shield to go towards the rickshaw.
Heard. As you're bending over to pick up the body of this lifeless stormtrooper to use as a meat shield, as it was, Chabba and Blumbles and Bortuna, you guys have stopped hearing the rocks on the roof as much, but you're hearing the rumbling through the deck get even more severe. The actual quaking has settled down to a lower rumble, but you're feeling like you're feeling almost like the whole deck has started to pitch towards the back of the ship just a little bit. Like the nose is starting to come up some. And start pushing you up and back. You can feel the deck kind of sliding up and forward. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh no, we're on the Titanic.
I wonder
No,
what that means.
it's taking off. The pilots that we didn't kill are activating the takeoff procedure.
They couldn't be, right? Right?
They
If
were
I had the
engineers, not
ability to
pilots.
award inspiration, D-Wall is getting it. He nailed that shit on the head. You guys left 3 people alive up there, and there's no turbo lift going back up to get them. Because you
So
guys
they're taking
that
everybody
tunnel.
fucking with them.
Wow, the balls on those guys. That's something we would do.
They're taking everybody fucking with them. There's a turbo lift that goes straight down to the pits of hell. They're not getting out of there, so they're taking everybody fucking with them.
That is amazing. That
Oh,
is
wow.
amazing.
There's only one thing we can do. Using an explosive, somebody has to throw a fastball all the way to the pilots.
Good luck.
Curves.
Alright,
Just fucking
guys
curves down the hallway.
and lady. That will do it for our game today.
Woo! That was a lot of fun.
Straight up, the moment like Arden was in the depths of the ship, and it's sort of like they were talking about the takeoff procedure and like all that shit. I'm just like, are you fucking shitting me? We left people alive up there.